The various characters that we hear about in this last week of Advent and the fourth Sunday of Advent help us to understand some of the ways in which we might be able to approach Christmas with a little bit more openness towards all that God has in store for us. We hear of Zechariah, who, on hearing from Gabriel that he and his wife Elizabeth were to have a son, even in their old age, his attitude was more of a show me a sign or prove it to me type of thing. And that's not really the best way to approach God's love for us. We hear of David in our first reading who thought he was in control, when in reality it was God who was in control. And God reminds him of that. And then we hear of Mary, who hears from Gabriel that she will bear the Son of God. And she has an attitude of openness, of humbleness, of reaching out for understanding. No, she doesn't know what it all means, just like Zechariah didn't know what it all meant. Yet he asked for a sign, and for that he was unable to speak for 9 months. Mary seeks understanding. And that's the way I think we should approach Christmas, recognizing that it's God who's in charge, and that we should open our minds and our hearts to seek greater understanding of all that God has in store for us. And in that way, I think we can encounter the birth of our Lord in the manger of Bethlehem with an openness of mind and heart, recognizing indeed that God does love us, that God humbled himself and became one with us in the baby Jesus, so that we could share in his divine life. It's a reminder to each of us as we encounter Christ this Christmas, that we encounter him with an open mind and heart, ready to be aware of his calling in our lives, his calling as disciples, his calling of us as children of God, that we may continue to grow in faith, grow in holiness, grow in our ability to recognize God's love in our lives, and to share that love, and invite others into that love as well. As we encounter Christ, let us help one another encounter Christ anew with open minds and hearts, that we may grow in love for God and for one another. On behalf of Father Rob, Deacon Jack, and all of us who have the honor and privilege of serving you here at Immaculate Heart of Mary, we wish you a very blessed Christmas. May you know the glory of the angels, may you know the joy of the shepherds, may you know the rewards of the wise men, may you recognize the presence of God's love in your life today and always. God bless.